Hello children, Sai Ram. In today's math session, we are going to discuss about your mathematics internals which carries 20 marks. Let's see what it includes, what you have been asked to do and how to do it. It includes an assignment and a project work. In the assignment, you have to solve 5 problems, and in the project work, you have to do a MATLAB activity which we had done earlier. Now, in your maths assignment, you have to solve 5 problems which have been taken from chapter 2 whole numbers and chapter 3 playing with numbers. And the date of submission of this assignment is 12th August. For assignment, you can use foolscap papers or assignment sheets. Now, on the first sheet of the assignment, you are going to write mathematics assignment, and also you have to write your details like your name, standard and division, roll number and your SID number. On the next sheet, you have to copy the problem and you have to solve it. So what is problem number 1? There were 5 pieces of cloth of lengths 15 meter, 21 meter, 36 meter, 42 meter and 48 meter. But all of them could be measured in whole units of a measuring rod. What could be the largest length of the rod? Second problem. The students in a class can be divided into groups of 2, 3, 5 and 6. What is the least number of children this class can have? Children, problem number 1 and 2 are application problems based on HCF and LCM. Now problem 3, find the prime factors of 1729, arrange the factors in ascending order and find the relation between two consecutive prime factors. So first you have to do the prime factorization of 1729 and arrange the factors in ascending order and find the relation between two consecutive prime factors. Problem number 4. Observe the following pattern and extend it by 2 more terms. So here we have 3 steps of a pattern and next 2 steps you have to write. Problem 5. Represent the following on a number line. So you have 3 problems here and each problem you have to solve on a separate number line. So what is the first one? It is 3 plus 4, B 6 minus 2 and C 2 multiplied by 4. These you have to solve on separate number lines. Children, now comes your MATLAB activity. This is the same activity that we had done some time back. So we are going to watch the same video to understand it properly and do it. The MATLAB activity is based on the commutative property of whole numbers. This activity can be done using foolscap papers or assignment sheets or your MATLAB notebook. If you have already done it in your MATLAB notebook, no problem, you don't need to do it again. Now let's watch the video carefully and follow the steps of the activity.
Hello children, today we are going to do a MATLAB activity. This is activity 1. To verify that addition and multiplication are commutative for whole numbers, which we have studied in chapter 2 whole numbers. Now what do we require to do this activity? We need 2 grid papers. You can also take graph papers or square rule papers from your old notebook. Glue, a few sketch pens find? We find that number of boxes in both the rectangles is equal to 12. That means the number of square units in both the rectangles are equal. So, 3 multiplied by 4 is equal to 4 multiplied by 3. So, we can say that multiplication is commutative for whole numbers. Thank you.
Children, I hope you have understood how to do the activity. Now I'll explain you how to write the activity in your MATLAB activity notebook. Children, you need to have a MATLAB activity notebook. If you don't have, you can use any notebook that is available at home. Now, one more important thing that you have to know is that we write the theory or the procedure on the right side of the activity notebook, whereas the left hand side of the activity notebook is used to stick pictures or draw diagrams. Now let's see how we write the activity. First, we have to write the name or the topic, that is commutative property of whole numbers, of addition and multiplication of whole numbers. Then you should write aim to verify that addition and multiplication are commutative for whole numbers. Now we'll write what are the materials needed for the activity. Materials required: grid paper or graph paper. You can mention the number of papers that you have used. Scissors, glue, color crayons or sketch pens. Now you have to write the prerequisite knowledge, that is the knowledge of addition and multiplication of whole numbers and the knowledge of commutative property of whole numbers. After that, we are going to write the procedure for first part of the activity, that is procedure A, to verify 3 plus 4 is equal to 4 plus 3. In the first step, you write cut 2 strips each of length 3 units from a grid paper and shade them with any color. For example, red, as shown in the figure 1a. Now, second step, cut 2 strips each of length 4 units from the grid paper and shade them with a different color, say blue, as shown in the figure 1b. So you have to cut the strips like this and stick them on the left page of the activity notebook, that is figure 1a and figure 1b. Now third point, for representing 3 plus 4, paste one strip of length 3 units and then paste another strip of length 4 units in the same line on the grid paper without leaving any gap, as shown in the figure 1c. Fourth point, for representing 4 plus 3, paste one strip of length 4 units and then paste another strip of length 3 units in the same line on the grid paper without leaving any gap, as shown in the figure 1d. These are the strips that are stuck on the activity book, on the left side page of the activity book, that is figure 1c and figure 1d. They represent 3 plus 4 and 4 plus 3. Now you have to write 0.5. Now compare counting by counting numbers of the boxes, the length of the strips obtained in step 3 and step 4. You have to compare the length of the strips as explained in the activity that we obtained during step 3 and step 4. Now what is observation? That is, number of shaded boxes in the representation of 3 plus 4 is equal to 7, and the number of shaded boxes in the representation of 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. Thus 3 plus 4 is equal to 4 plus 3. So what is the conclusion? It is, addition is commutative for whole numbers. Now we come to the second part of the activity and write the procedure for second part of the activity. First step, cut out 3 strips each of length 4 boxes from a grid paper and shade them with any color. For example, blue. 2. Place them on a grid paper to form a rectangle as shown in the figure 2a. Then cut out 4 strips each of length 3 units from the grid paper and shade them with color red or any other color and place them on the same grid paper to form a rectangle as shown in the figure 2b. So in this form you have to stick the strips to form the rectangles. The first figure, that is figure 2a, shows 3 multiplied by 4, and figure b shows 4 multiplied by 3. Now compare the number of boxes in each of the 2 rectangles obtained. Are they equal? Yes, they are equal. Now what is the observation? You have to write the observation. Number of shaded unit squares in the representation of 3 multiplied by 4 is equal to 12, and number of shaded unit squares in the representation of 4 multiplied by 3 is also 12. Thus 3 multiplied by 4 is equal to 4 multiplied by 3. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is multiplication is commutative for whole numbers. So children, by doing this activity, I hope you have understood the commutative property of addition and multiplication of whole numbers in a better way. So what is the learning outcome? You have to write the learning outcome also. By performing activity 1a and b, students are able to verify that addition and multiplication are commutative for whole numbers.
Children, I hope you have understood how to do the activity and how to write it, and both the assignment as well as the lab activity, you have to do it individually, and also you have to do it neatly, and it should be presentable. The date for the submission of the project or the lab activity will be given to you later. Thank you.